I'm here with Garrett
Ganas,
the owner of Ganas Pecans.
glad you came in.
Yeah,
thank you.
Just wanted to take a minute to, a lot of people don't know about this little jewel we have here in Waycross. How long has this little place been here?
Been here about 2 years.
Okay.
We are in our second year of actually selling produce. Started off as just a pecan purchasing, buying station and some pecan sales, and it grew from there. We saw a need and took it and started adding some produce to the mix for summer months, which are normally very slow for us, and took it from there. So.
Hey, real quick, Ganas Pecan is going to give away this gift basket valued at $55. You know what's in there?
So we have, it's basically a sampler of a lot of our pecan products. Some chocolate covered pecans, praline pecans. We have some caramel chocolate covered pecans, and some pecan roasted pecan syrup.
Excellent. So Ganas Pecans has just signed up for the app. Welcome to the Niobe family.
Thank you.
We really believe that Niobe is going to help small businesses like this get on the map by paying people who come in the door. Like a while ago, a perfect example of a lady came in here, heard the word Niobe, knew we were talking about referrals, and said, "I'll be making referrals." I mean, it was almost planned the way
kind of caught us by surprise, honestly.
Yes. So what's your background? How did you become Ganas Pecan?
Well, we started farming. My great grandfather started growing some pecans back in the early 30s. Fast forward to the early 80s, and my grandfather started selling pecans on the roadside too. On US 1, really hit the Georgia-Florida traffic coming from to the football game, Georgia-Florida game. My mom set up with me as a little boy. My grandfather picked it up, took it from there, and so we'll fast forward to mid-90s, kind of the peak of that business. I was working after school with them and growing a few pecans and then retailing on the roadside. And graduated from high school, went to college at Mississippi State. I got a
What's your degree in?
Agricultural communications.
Okay.
With an emphasis on leadership.
Okay.
So got out, all I ever wanted to do was farm. The opportunity I saw to farm was in pecans.
Right.
And so I took it, kind of ran with it. Grandparents were getting pretty old at that point, late 80s.
Yeah.
Not quite as nimble as they used to be. And so my father and I kind of worked to pick up the pieces where they were at.
Restructured it a little bit.
That's it. And my wife came into the mix at that time and started to help us grow it. Well, we realized at some point that it was kind of balancing between retail business and growing farming side. And we tried to shut it down. And we knew we were going to have to put a bunch of money into it to push it and grow it. And wanting our expertise, it's a lot more fun just to go farm. And so we tried to kill it, and it just wouldn't die. Our customer base continually came back to us and said, "We want your pecans, we want your pecans." They were calling from across the country and stopping at my grandparents' house. And so my wife basically asked me one day, she said, "Look, we're either going to get rid of it and shut it down, or we're going to invest in it." And so through a couple of more years, about 3 or 4 more years, we decided to really invest in it. And wound up at this location on Plant Avenue, 1638 Plant Avenue, next to the YMCA, and put in a small retail store for pecans and started carrying other products besides or chocolate covered, roasted and salted, besides just raw pecans. Is where we had been in the past. And then about a year into it, or the next spring, we realized we could carry other products, such as
they got salsas.
Yes.
Their own brand. This looks like that would be me.
That's a good sauce right there.
Yeah.
started carrying produce. Realized there was no other produce vendor quite like us that we had to offer. For lack of a better term, we're almost a glorified roadside market, and we're with air conditioning. So we carry seasonal fruits and vegetables, and source it as much from the local community as we can. But we really run the gamut from South Florida to Tennessee with our tomatoes and a lot of our produce. We may get some sweet corn late in the season from up north, but everything we're getting is no more than 2 or 3, 2 days at most off the vine. So you're getting an extremely
really
fresh.
fresh.
Yes.
Right.
These strawberries yesterday morning,
They were sitting in front of you. Can't see them, but.
So what we realized through the produce was the network, and your network that you can build and play off of is how you gain knowledge, how you gain resources, and source some of the freshest stuff you can get.
Right.
That is the advantage that I see to this app, is the network that it builds.
Right.
And it's a simple 1-for-1 equation. You tell me, I tell the next person tells the next person.
Right.
And so I think it's going to be an advantage to this to our business, especially on the digital side.
I think it's going to grow your business in ways that you've never thought of, because you're going to reach people you never. There are people right now, 1 county over or half a county over, who have not been in here before.
That is correct.
And those are the ones you're going after with the app. And businesses change. You can't stay only a roadside system and say, I'm only going to sell to people who stop by my place and I'm not going to tell them about it. You have to adapt and grow with that. You can be the roadside system, but you're on a digital platform with the app, or a roofer who does roofing, but he does advertising online, and you have to adapt and grow with it. And there's nothing wrong with mixing old way your granddaddy did it and the new technology. You know what I mean?
What I see is the way that my grandfathers built their business was word of mouth.
Oh yeah.
And through a relationship of, I know them and that's where I'm going to buy. And so in the world of agriculture right now, more and more folks are wanting to know where some of their food is coming from, where a lot of their food is coming from.
Right.
And what your app is essentially doing is letting the best salesman in the world, which is your friend, sell the product.
Right.
And so if your friend goes and buys it, chances are word of mouth is going to get you in the door as well.
Exactly.
And so it's a relationship is what it is. I think it'll be an excellent modern day word of mouth type advertising.
Yeah, it is. So real quick, for those who's just jumping on the gift basket, it's got variations of their own brand of pecans, different ones, chocolate covered, all kind of fun stuff. You've got to like the Ganas Pecans Facebook page. We'll tag them and share the post. Today, we'll post it today, Saturday night, whatever Saturday night's date is. I'll announce the winner. You can either come in and get it, call in, call me, reach out to me, reach out to Garrett. We'll send it to you directly. If somebody wins it in 2 states over, we'll put it in the thing and mail it to them.
The shipping is not a problem, so if you win it, we can get it to you.
Exactly. One of the things that I'm thankful about is being able to that excites me about the app is taking a business like Ganas Pecans, being able to highlight them and build their brand. You know what I mean? So as I build my brand, it's building his brand. As the lady who came in here earlier builds his brand, she's building my brand. And it's basically people helping people.
That's right.
And we're incentivizing everybody. We're incentivizing the lady who made the referral. We're incentivizing the person who redeemed it. We incentivize the business owner by, dangling a carrot in front of his, no pun intended here.
That's right.
Dangling a carrot in front of him of new customers. And it's win, win, win. There's no negative for anybody.
How many of y'all have ever taken a picture of where you're eating and posted it?
Right.
Well, essentially now, if your friend sees that and goes and eats there, and it's a part of the app, then you may get something back for it.
Right,
And
you get a piece of it.
Yeah, and so essentially, a lot of folks, we've been advertising for other people for free for years, which is a great way to do it. Now you'll be able to be incentivized to do it even more.
Hey, real quick on the, just to kind of tell people you don't have to get like trade secrets and stuff like that, but on the amount of volume that y'all do,
Right.
like they're not a small pickup truck type thing. They buy pecans, so when you have pecans and you're out there in your yard,
Yes.
you're rolling them, you can bring them in.
So another side to our business, we buy from the public. We also do, if you're a farmer and you need pecans cleaned to be sold wholesale and bagged.
Y'all shake?
We do shaking as well. So when the fall comes and it's time to get out there and pick them up, call us. We can get them shook for you, and we can also help you. We'll be interested in giving you a price.
I know something that I just thought about was, I would imagine people could get a hold of Ganas Pecan to get you on the phone, but how many times do we see fields of pecan trees that are not producing anymore because it might only be 2 or 3 acres, but if they go in there and have somebody like you come in there and say, this is what you need to do, these 4 things, or whatever that is, they can turn around and take that business, those trees that are dormant, get them producing again and cover the taxes on their property. I've got a person, guy, friend of mine from Blacksburg, he told me he don't have very many trees. He said, so what he does with his pecan trees is take it and use to pay his taxes, just the taxes on their property. So, reach out to Garrett. Like I said, he has highly educated. He can tell you anything you want to know about pecans, what kind you got, what you need to get them in line.
That's right.
I mean,
Right.
they could help people bring some trees back, which in turn they're gonna bring back to you.
Just reach out to us if we can help in any way. We'll be glad to. It's what we do.
Excellent.
It's what we do.
Hey guys, I real quick want to say, Ganas Pecans is going to be giving away this basket. Like their Facebook page and share this post. Share. $55 value. We'll ship it to you. You get to try all this stuff. Hope everybody's having a great day. I appreciate Garrett.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you.
Thank you guys.